Okay, so here I am beginning the first part of this interesting pasta recipe, which I have never done before, and I think will be a lot of fun to do, where I take the spinach and I have chopped it up very roughly, and what I'm supposed to be doing is dry cooking it, so no oil, nothing added, no spices, and until it's at the stage where it's wilted. So that's what I'm going to do. It shouldn't take too long. I have the spinach on high heat, and I have to watch it very, very carefully. I've never done this before. I've cooked spinach before, obviously, but never in this process. So this is going to be very interesting. And the idea is that by first of all, the spinach will be cooked because it will be going into the pasta. It will be part of the stuffing, and it's equal proportions of ricotta cheese. I've looked over a whole bunch of different recipes, so it's going to be equal proportion ricotta cheese and spinach, and also some Parmesan cheese. I have to see how much. And as you can see already, it's only been maybe just over a minute, and it's already starting to wilt. Now, I need to continue doing this. It looks very good, by the way. And until it's all cooked, and so it will be wilted even more. But once it's cooked, I need to dry the spinach. And once it's dried, then, dried and cooked, then I will be chopping it and mixing it in with the cheeses. So as you can see, there's already quite a bit of water. All I did was I washed it and I did rinse it, but there's still quite a bit of water. And this is not oil. This is just the water from the spinach. Okay, so this is... It looks like it's almost done. And onto, I think this is pretty much done. It looks to me like it is done. So I'm going to turn the stove off, and I will be back after the spinach has been properly dried. Then I'm going to chop the spinach and, as I said, mix it in with the cheeses. Okay, so we're going to start doing the pasta. And what I have, instead of using a marble countertop, this is my very first time, I'm using a very large mixing bowl. I have 3/4 cup of all-purpose flour, and I have 1 egg. And I'm going to be sort of beating this egg like that, like you scramble it in general. And I'm going to ask the cameraman to start filming from here. Okay, just from here. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Okay, so the cameraman is going to be just filming from here, and I'm just making sure, because it's tricky enough to do this, so just making sure. Yes, okay. So I have this egg, and as I've said a million times, I've never done this before. So I'm putting the egg into this very, very gently, into the mound, like so. And I'm going to mix it, and gently, while I'm mixing it, gently mix the flour into the egg. It's not extremely easy, but it's not extremely difficult either. And now what I'm going to do is get rid of this. Just keep the camera there. mentioned, I had seen on one video there was a bit of oil. So I'm just going to add a bit to help it bind. And because there are lots and lots of recipes out there, this one is a basic from Italy, authentic egg pasta recipe. But in some of them there is oil, in some of them there is water and egg and flour. And this one, so now I've got it to, it was just one egg. Actually, it was a bigger proportion than what I'm doing. And I've reduced it to this size. So this is a very, very nice feeling dough. So it's a little light yellow in color. And I am going to knead it a little bit more. It's not sticky, and that's apparently how it should be. And they said that I need to put this, cover it, and put it in the fridge anywhere from half an hour to overnight, which is what I'm going to do. So we're back here. The spinach has been dried, and now what we're doing is we're chopping it as best as we can. And in a separate bowl, I have some ricotta cheese, which I mixed with Parmesan cheese. So I'm going to get the rest of the spinach, and I'm going to take the spinach, and I'm going to, actually I'll just use my hands, I may as well, and I'm going to take that and I'm going to mix. Looks very interesting. So I'm going to mix the ricotta cheese and the Parmesan. The recipe will be posted, but it's approximately equal parts spinach with equal part ricotta. And I'm just going to continue mixing that well, and that will be our filling for the tortellini. Butter.
Smells good.
Thank you. So you can just take a quick shot of me, and I'm going to continue doing the butter, and once this is melted you can take a shot back of the, it's almost getting there, some very nice beautiful sauce. It's almost going to be melted in a few minutes. Actually, I'll continue that while I let you do the pasta. Thank you. Yes. So we have our chef here, and he is going to be doing, I guess it's called the honors. I had the pasta, the dough for the pasta, covered overnight in the fridge. It is very malleable. It looks pretty good, actually. It doesn't look too dried out. And yes, thank you. It looks very good. And our chef has, from his training, I wanted him to do it, and he is doing it. So he is going to be rolling the pasta. We do not have a pasta maker yet. I will maybe be getting one at some point, but not now. And my fascination with this is that the recipe can be done without a pasta maker. So I figure, why don't we give that a shot? And at some point, yes, we will do it with a pasta maker. But let's just do it the old-fashioned way for now. So we have to roll it into quite thin sheets. We're making a ravioli, and the tricky part is it shouldn't be sticking too much, and thankfully it's not. But as a precaution, we do need to put flour on the foundation while we roll out the pastry, or the pasta. Okay. Very good. It looks really good, actually. So we're going to continue doing that and come back with some that we're going to cut for the ravioli. Doing is we found a heart-shaped cutter. So we're going to be using that, which I think is quite cool. It's going to be a very unique heart-shaped ravioli. Yes. Okay, and then just do a few more. We need at least 4 because I'd like to do at least 2. Or what we could do is we could just do that one. Here we have some water here. What you might want to do is put some water on the edges, and I put out the filling, so you should have the filling. This is very pretty and very, very unique. Good job. Very, very good. Okay. And by the way, the sage butter smells so good, so nice. Sage lemon butter, I should say. Okay, so what I will ask you to do, we have some water here. It's not heated, so you can use a bit of the water for the edges. And then put some of the ravioli filling, sorry, not ravioli, cheese, spinach cheese filling. Thank you, thank you. I forgot to put it in there. Very good. Doing a great job. So I'll just show, he's just getting that out. This is, again, from what we showed before. Parmesan cheese, ricotta cheese, and spinach. And my chef has washed his hands, but he's going to wash them again. He's a very tidy person. So we just wrap the edges. We wrap the edges with the water, sorry. We put with the water here. Exactly. It's ironic. I just did samosas the other day, and here we are doing something very similar, but clearly of a European base. And just a spoon. Just get yourself a spoon, a teaspoon. I thought I had one. Okay, we've got a teaspoon. We put just a bit, we don't cover it up. I think that's a little too much, so just take, yeah, maybe half of that. And then we put the other one on top and seal it. Yes. Very interesting and very nice. And seal the edges very firmly. Yes. and you guys are getting the idea of this. So we're going to continue doing this for the rest of them, and we're going to put it in some boiling salted water. Okay, so thank you. Okay, so what we're going to do is we have finished doing tortellini. We just pan fried it slightly. And we're just going to put that on the plate here. It's good enough, yeah, it's good enough. Okay. I just wonder why the camera is not focusing well, but this looks really, really good. Okay, and thank you. Just put that there. I'm going to take, you guys can see this beautiful lemon butter. I'm not going to take the garlic. I'm just going to put it on top of the tortellini. And I'm going to ask you if you can take a picture of me biting into this delicious. So here we are. And they have retained their shape pretty well. It's very, very good. The only few suggestions really quickly I would make is maybe we should have rolled the pasta out a little thinner, but it is tough enough to retain the filling, which is delicious, and was tough enough to be boiled as it was supposed to be and lightly pan fried. So it is very, very good. It is vegetarian and it is not super healthy, but it is a somewhat light lunch or a very light supper, and it is very tasty, and it is adapted from Jamie Oliver. I will be posting the recipe, and I would encourage everybody who loves pasta to give it a try, because homemade pasta does taste very, very different from store-bought, and it is fun to do and very tasty. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.